Hello again, YouTube. This is DJ Vendetta. Look at this view. Just amazing. You know, this is one of the main reasons why I live the way I do. Yeah, there's ups and downs with van dwelling, but again, look at this view. Makes it all worth it. Just being able to come out here, hang out. That was autumn. But just being able to come out here, hang out, and enjoy this world, and being able to explore, and I can always wake up with a different view. And that's what makes this so amazing. And also, the simple fact is, I don't have to pay rent, which is good. Especially, I'm not paying, hundreds of thousands, well, probably millions of dollars that it would cost to live in a house with this kind of a view, especially in San Francisco. But I digress. Today I decided to start a vlog series on giving tips to people, that are thinking about, getting into this lifestyle, and maybe I can help them either save themselves some headache or save some money, or just help point them in the right direction. So for this first of many tips, we're going to start out with vehicle size. Size does matter, but not in the way you think. A lot of people, they want to be able to take everything that they have in their apartment, in their home, and shove it all into their vehicle, and be able to travel the country, and have all the creature comforts of home, and just all their stuff. But in reality, that's an expensive endeavor. For one, you're going to need a vehicle big enough to move all your crap into it. And two, you're going to be carrying around all that excess weight. And that decreases your miles to the gallon, which matters when you want to be able to travel a lot. You got to penny pinch every way that you can. So, again, size does matter. It's best to go with a smaller vehicle, something that's much easier to park, much easier to find parking. Okay, you might be able to say, oh, I can drive a big Class A or a big Class C or something like that, and, I can easily park it. I know how to drive it. Yeah, okay, that might be true. But there might be a lot of locations that you want to go and explore, but you just can't find a parking spot big enough. So, having something smaller really does matter. And a lot of people go, oh, well, I want to have something I can stand up in. Okay, I can understand that. I mean, heck, I can stand up in my ambulance, but I'm only 5'6", and really, I couldn't be much taller and still be able to stand up straight. But I can get that, being hunched over all the time in your vehicle and stuff like that. But here's the thing. How much time do you think you're really going to stand up in your vehicle? And from my experience, it's really not that often. I mean, you might want to stand up to be able to cook, stand up to clean, or stand up to, change your clothes. But how much of your day is actually spent doing that? Not very much. So in reality, the need to be able to stand up in your vehicle, it's nice. It's nice to have that feature, but it's not a necessity. Trust me when I say this. When I first started van dwelling about 2 years ago, I had a Savannah, a GMC Savannah. I couldn't stand up in that. And it wasn't really that much of a problem. So being able to stand up, again, in my opinion, is not that big of a deal. If you have a bad back, then maybe. But if you don't, eh, you know, I think having a vehicle that big for certain people, you know, especially if you're tall, I don't really think it's that big of a necessity. Unless you're planning on doing a couple of things like putting in a shower. It's good to be able to stand up doing that, but you can also build a sit-down shower. So, again, I guess you really don't need to be able to stand up in that scenario either. So I digress. To get back to my original point, size does matter. The smaller the vehicle, the better. Because you're going to have better MPG, you're going to have an easier time finding parking, you're going to be able to have a more enjoyable experience driving the vehicle because you're not going to be so worried about who's next to you and did you have enough room to fit through here and this and that and the other. It's a less stressful driving experience. Now for me, the ambulance is a perfect size because I'm just wide enough that I have plenty of space and I'm not completely too wide where I take up the whole lane, so I have a little bit of wiggle room. I'm definitely not too long. I think I'm less than 22 feet. My height is maybe 8 feet tops. So, you know, it's really not that big. But it's got a lot of space in the back, which is nice. Especially when, hopefully someday, maybe be able to have a female friend along with me and we won't, you know, be having to trip over each other's feet in the back of the vehicle, in the back of the ambulance. Or even for that matter with my big dog. You know, having the extra space in the back is nice. But it's still not that big of a vehicle. So to get back to my original point, again, try to figure out what matters most to you with your belongings, and anything that doesn't really matter to you or anything that you can live without, donate it, have a garage sale, you know, sell it some way, just get rid of it, and then that'll help you make the decision on how big of a vehicle you really do need. You know, and also a smaller vehicle has a tendency to cost less money. Not in all cases, obviously, but in most cases. I mean, you can get a Class B or a Class C, a small Class C, for cheaper than you're going to get a big Class A for, with the same type of year, you know, and mileage and amenities and stuff like that. So this is just the end of this vlog, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, can you give me a thumbs up? I would really appreciate it. It's going to help my my channel grow. And we'll talk to you later, YouTube, and I'll see you on the next episode. All right.